Selling beats in 2024 can feel like an uphill battle with no one really noticing you or paying attention to your beats, and therefore you're not making any sales. So let's talk about the best ways to sell beats in 2024. So for me, I've always used BEATSTARS as the marketplace where I sell my beats. There are competitors out there like Soundy, which is a great platform, but in my opinion, BEATSTARS so far is still the best place to sell your beats. It's got the largest marketplace and the biggest audience. So the best way to drive traffic to your beat store is by making content around the beats that you make. Obviously, we're all aware of the way that you can upload your beats to YouTube and then try and promote your beat store or beat page through a type beat channel where you upload that beat, target a few keywords, a few different artists, and try and grow that way. However, making content as a way of driving traffic to your beat page, it gives you a lot more control and a lot more freedom, and it also makes everything a lot less transactional because people can see a face to the producer that's made the beat, and you can put across your personality somewhat, which is all going to increase the chances of people buying your beats. Now, if you don't want to post yourself in the content because maybe you're a little bit scared or anxious about that, that's completely fine, I get that. There are still ways of making content around your beats without actually having to put yourself in the video. You can show a step-by-step process of how a beat was made through a screen recording and then putting a voiceover on top of that, or even using text-to-speech if you don't want to put your voice in the video. But yeah, I'd say really experiment with making content around your beats, experiment with the styles that work. You'd be surprised how easy the content can be, which will get people engaged. If the beats are good enough, there is going to be a level of engagement just from that. Now, to make use of that engagement, we've got to give people a call to action. What I do is tell people to comment a particular word if they want me to send them that beat. Now you can go and DM them the link of that beat, and normally I would say put a little message with the link. So again, it's not too transactional. You can just be a bit more personable with the customer. When you scale this, you can even set up automated DMs so that whenever someone comments a particular word on a video, it will automatically send them a DM with a link to that beat, which will just make it so much easier and save a lot of time. Avoids you having to send it manually to every single person. Since doing this, I've actually seen a lot more organic traffic from the BEATSTARS marketplace itself. And it makes sense. It's probably because the algorithm has seen that I've got people to listen to my beats from outside the platform, so therefore it's going to suggest those beats to people inside the platform as well. So there's the high likelihood that by doing this and by sending people from your Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is, social media, onto your beat page, it's going to then recommend your beats to people on BEATSTARS as well. This will help you get a lot more free downloads, which inevitably will lead to more sales as long as the beat as a whole is good and arranged well, and that's something that can be really overlooked. Make sure to not just focus on the hook or chorus of the beat, or even the hook and the first verse, because remember, when someone downloads the free version of a beat, it's basically an audition to see if that beat is going to fit with them and whether they want to purchase it. That means the whole beat has to be good and arranged well because the customer is going to make a whole song. Of course, alongside this, you can also upload your beats to YouTube and try and grow a type beat channel. That's an ideal source of traffic, but as I'm sure you're aware or have experienced, it is really hard to grow a type beat channel on YouTube. I think mainly because if your beats aren't in the niche which have a high search volume but low competition, it feels impossible to grow that type beat channel. The way you can find out whether your beats are likely to perform well on YouTube is by searching the keywords that you use into vidIQ or see why they're not performing well. It's up to you whether you research beat niches which have a high search volume but low competition and then make that music, or whether you make the genre and style of music that you just really enjoy making and it comes natural to you, and then find a way to market that aside from just the YouTube type beat channel, which is why personally I think making content around your beats is such a good idea. For me, so far, I've decided on the latter because I just enjoy making beats more in the style that I want to make, as opposed to a different genre which I know is going to perform better on YouTube, despite it not really being the kind of music I want to make. I guess there is a happy medium. If you can find an artist type beat niche which is going to perform well through using vidIQ and is also similar or closer to the style of music which you really enjoy making, then you can target that, adjust slightly what you make, and then you can have a go at targeting those keywords. An advantage to posting content as a way of marketing your beats is that you don't have to feel as boxed in as you would if you were just posting on YouTube to a type beat channel where you have to stick to one or two really particular artists. With content, you can appeal to multiple different sounds, multiple different audiences. It's just whoever likes that particular beat comments, and then you can send them that beat. Have a go at this and see what happens. It will take some time and experimenting with content styles to see what works, but I think it's a really great technique to sell beats in 2024. Please subscribe. I've got loads more video with tips for producers and beat makers coming in the future. Join the producer Discord, first link in the description. There's going to be lots of new opportunities and collaborations with me through there, and I'll see you in the next video.